Finnegan is throwing punches, ripping each other's helmets off.
I was a sailor on number 5, went on west back in 85, didn't know.
Hi, welcome to Inside the Lines here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we are taking a look at Week 9 in the CFL right now. Calgary heads into Toronto in Week 9. This is a clash of two of the top teams in the CFL, and Toronto's a 2.5-point home favorite. Calgary's coming off of games against the other two top teams in the CFL. They handed Saskatchewan their first loss of the year a couple weeks ago, and then they lost on the road in a close one at BC last week. Toronto has been absolutely rolling. They're driven by an offense led by near-perfect games by quarterback Ricky Ray, and they've been winning big and covering, except for last week where they did win again, but lost against the spread against Edmonton in a game that might have been a bit of a letdown spot in the schedule for them. So the keys to this game will be first on the Toronto side, how much Ray will be able to continue putting up near-perfect numbers, and what improvements, if any, Toronto's going to be able to make on defense, which has been a major liability at times for them this year. Their pass defense is last in the league in yards allowed, and they're also tied for last with fewest interceptions. Then for Calgary, the big issue is going to be health of their offensive stars. Star running back John Cornish is now listed as questionable for the game as a result of a thigh injury that's been bothering him for a few weeks now and could have contributed to his reduced numbers in Week 8. And leading receiver Nick Lewis also went down with an injury last week. He'll be out for this game, and that leaves a big hole as well. But even with Cornish possibly limited and Lewis out, Calgary is a very tough team overall, and they almost pulled out a road win at British Columbia in Week 8. But the main question is, will their defense be able to do anything to stop Ray and Toronto's offensive machine? They may be able to a bit, but my feeling is that the betting value at this line is with Toronto at just -2.5. Toronto's rolling right now, and their defense has to be smarting from almost giving away the game last week, and their coach is not happy with how that happened. And I think we might see a more determined effort on defense from Toronto this week, which will only be aided by Lewis being out and Cornish out or maybe limited. One problem is that Toronto doesn't have a big home field edge, and as a result, they do tend to be overvalued at home in general because of it. But what I see here is Toronto playing very well and winning, but because of the close call last week, not likely to be complacent against a road team with major injury issues on offense. So my pick for this game is going to be on Toronto at -2.5.